Good morning, I'm Dina Blizzard, and you're watching One Funny Morning. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen!
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather drawer?
Good morning! Uppie, everybody.
Hi, I'm Deanne Tebow from On Live location in Seattle, Washington, in the Space Needle. And now, your funny host, Dina Blizzard, with One Funny Mother.
Good morning, everybody. Deanne, you did a great job. That was such a pretty background. This is such a pretty background. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. I lost a day because I was unconscious, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And how is everybody? It's Friday, y'all. Good morning. How you doing, Jeffrey Paul? Football? I'm good. I do. Bob, it was so funny yesterday. For those of you just joining, this is a fun topic. I had a colonoscopy and I woke up high as a kite. Felt great. I'll tell you, anesthesia is a funny thing because when you're out, totally enjoyable. When you wake up, also enjoyable. When you start to slowly come off of anesthesia, not as enjoyable. Kind of weird. So I felt great. So when I woke up, she was like, "Do you want a cookie?" And I was like, "Just so you know, that's the best way to wake up." Like if somebody was at the end of my bed every day and was like, "Do you want a cookie?" I'd be like, "Yes." But for whatever reason, I think it's because my stomach was still like, "What's happening?" I was like, "I don't want a cookie." And she brought me a cookie and put it in front of me. And I was like, "I really don't want the cookie." And I said it as I opened it up and shoved it in my mouth. And I feel like it's a metaphor for life. I don't want joy. Let me have joy. It's like that. I know, Tanya. I wish somebody was just at the end of the bed going, "Hey, how'd you sleep?" I feel like, I think it was good. You want a cookie? Okay. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. The Grays are popping. The Grays are making those. I don't know what happened in the last week, but they popping. They were popping yesterday. There was actually some really lovely nurses yesterday. And, oh, that's funny, Kim. And there was a lady with the most beautiful silver hair in the recovery center, whatever it's called. And so we started talking about her hair and I was like, "I forgot a ponytail. Should I like pull my hair back?" And she was like, "Honey, your hair looks so good. Just leave it like that." And I was like, "Okay, all right. You think maybe there's some cute single fellas here?" It's just I was like, "Listen, if we're going to spend a lot of time at the other end, at least this should look good." You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go with this busted up as well because it's a lot. And the whole time I was thinking, thank God I don't have to do this for another 40 years. Do you remember talking to us vaguely, Carrie? Vaguely? So give Sailor a cookie because it's the morning. Did you guys hear there was a video that came out that a lot of people were up in arms? It was a lady holding, I don't know, 2-year-old. And she was like, "Help me make breakfast for my 2-year-old," right? And usually when they play these videos, it'll be like, today we're doing I'm going to turn this fan off for that. Hold on. Wow. Well, it still makes as much sound. Usually when they're like, "Help me make breakfast for my daughter," it'll be like some fantastic breakfast with like side dishes and stuff, maybe a burrito. I don't know. It's always like real elaborate. So this lady, he's considering it. Carrie, I don't know why he wouldn't. We're kind of fun. And the fact that I have to sell him on how much fun we are feels weird. I'm going to be honest, but I'm excited. When I had my colonoscopy, everyone in the room introduced themselves like we were going clubbing or something. I said to them right before they knock you out, they chat, but there were 7 people. I was like, 1, 2, 3. How many people are going to see my butt today? How many people am I dating by the time this next 20 minutes is over? I was like, this feels like a bad joke. How many people does it take to give Dina a colonoscopy? 14? Feels like a lot of people. I don't know. I've just got to say, I'm glad I'm out. I don't want to be a part of that. I'd like to pretend that we all had a good laugh. I was having a crack up. There was kind of an after party. It was mostly just me and a cookie. And Judy was her name. They all introduced themselves. Listen, I'm sorry, but a simple introduction is not going to make this any easier. Nope. No. If somebody came up to me at a club, it's like, hey, my name is Andrew. And I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go to 4th base, 5th. I don't know. It's a lot of games. Let me put it that way. Yeah. I don't know. I have to do it every year. Oh, Donna. No, Jean was my first nurse. The cookie nurse was Judy. Oh, I remember that lady. Yeah. I'm afraid of the prep, but I have to do it. I'm overdue for my first. Yeah, Jen, you have to. That's what you think the whole time. You're like, this is good for me. I know I'm supposed to do that. That's what you have to say the entire time to yourself. I think touchdown marks because they're in the end zone. Maybe. How are you getting Di to have her colonoscopy? Terry, that is a good, solid question. And I have encouraged her to do it. I don't know if anybody has any words of wisdom when you're trying to get an old person to do a colonoscopy. She's like, it's not for me. I go, oh yeah, you know what? It's for everybody else on the planet. Everybody else on the planet is like, you know what I was thinking would be fun? What if I got sick to my stomach for like 8 hours? And then the next day, when I'm starving and yet sick at the same time, I go to some place and they do dirty things to me while I'm sleeping and then give me a cookie. That's for me. Sign me up. Nobody. She said it's not for her. It's not for anybody. I did bring up that to everybody before I got into the special room, that I thought that all of this was very extra, and that if any of them had watched any Star Trek or Star Wars, that there's a simple machine that you lay down on a table and it goes, that's a vague interpretation. And then it just beeps and says, yeah, you got a problem right here. And I don't know why somebody isn't working on this type of testing. Because I just want to say to all of us who are in colonoscopy range, I just want to say now that in 20 years, right when we don't need it anymore, they're going to be like, we're done drinking the Miralax. And we'll be like, now you figure it out? And they'll be like, remember when in the old days, you never think about that? I felt ashamed when they handed me the picture of the inside of my butt in color. They couldn't even do it in black and white. You know how, like, when you think back, you're like, can you imagine, like, driving a car that's like a horse and buggy? Like, you think that. You're like, you know how long it would take to get places? That's ridiculous. At some point, someone on this green earth is going to say, oh, my gosh. Do you guys think about in the old days, colonial? Are we still colonial? If it's 1,000 years from now, will we be lumped into colonial? Guys, remember when they had cars that were on the road and people had to drain their insides? And then there was a tube. There was a hose. And people will laugh. People will laugh. Mm-hmm. My doctor said I don't need a colonoscopy. I was able to just drop my product in a box and ship it. I have heard that. I don't know if that tells them if there's polyps, though. Everybody seems to be real concerned about polyps. My she passed. I know it was her choice, but lost her too soon. Oh, she did that. Morning, Jurgen. I had to take a series of 21 or 20, but 0 Miralax or any fungi. I enjoyed my clean out prior to my first colonoscopy. All right, Lauren. Maybe I should have asked more questions. Oh, Mary Ellen, I'm sorry. Do you get these magical pills that people are? Polyps. Yeah, that's the big thing, Carol. Everybody wants to talk about. Right after your colonoscopy, they want to come in and tell you something real important about your butt. He was like, and of course, I'll be back right after the procedure to let you know what I found. And I go, don't rush. I'm here. Do I want to know? I don't really know. They're now recommending it for women 45 to 50. They lowered it. Thank you, Timothy. She had to go for an implant. There are lots of false positive with those tests, but certainly safe then. Sorry. Yeah. I made it to 90. I'm telling you, Melissa, I was like, is this the special medicine? She's like, this is the special medicine. I go, now, I'm going to try to fight it. She was like, girl, you do whatever you need to do. And I was like, I said, do people ever open their eyes real big? So I'm positive that when I passed out, I probably was like this, full awake. I wonder if your eyes close or if they're like, okay, girl, put those. I wonder if they did. Because I widened I was like, I'm going to fight it. I didn't. And then 1 second, approximately 1.2 seconds later, it was over. I don't know. Because polyps can become cancerous, so better to remove them, Judy. Thank you, when they're small. Do you feel like you've been violated? No, Kezia, because she gave me a cookie. I think that's how they get you to just wipe this horrible experience away. They're a cookie, and you go, okay. And it's like it never happened. That and the anesthesia, but mostly the cookie. But then, I don't think I told you this. So then I'm in recovery. And I'm waking up, I'm eating my cookie, fine. He pulled it out, and he wouldn't let them do it. Oh, no. So anyway, what is it? Oh, I'm in recovery. One of the nice nurses come in, and I could tell just by the way she's looking at me. She comes over, she goes, I knew your name. You know, they have to say your name 17 times. You walk 2 feet. They're like, what's your name? I'm like, it's the same as it was 2 feet ago. What's your name? Dina Blizzard. What's your birthday? No. So they keep saying your name. So now I'm in recovery. The nurse comes in. She goes, I knew your name. She was like, I'm coming to one of your shows coming up in February. I was like, do you want to go to dinner first? Because I feel like this kind of was a date. And I'm happy to take you to dinner. I think you owe me dinner now that I think about it. But yeah, we're dating. But honestly, I was so high, I don't remember which show it was. So now for all my shows in February, I have to show up and be like, all right, so who here has seen my butt? And then wait for her to stand up, which it'll be weird. I'm sure a number of people will stand up. But yep, she's seen your booty. That's what I said. My husband went back to work. He works as a line worker. No, he got pulled over by the cop on his way home because he was driving too slow. They literally tell you, do not drive. The good news is I don't have a car, so there's nowhere I could have driven to. But last night, like, your body thinks that you want to go somewhere. So I was like, maybe I'll go here. Maybe I'll do this. Like, my mind was like, let's go do stuff. But my body was like, girl, you not going anywhere. I go, I think I might be. There's not even a car here. You're going to ride a bike? And then I thought, what if 17 people stand up? That's what I'm saying. It's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard. Was it a special cookie? I wish. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've had to work in a NICU with my gynecologist before, and that is just as awkward. I love my gynecologist. I know you would have, but I still, Missy was like, are you coming out? I was like, I'm covered in dogs and I'm online looking for cars. I just couldn't move. I don't know what it was. You think like the horrific part is over, but you forget that you were under anesthesia. And what does that take? 24 hours, like to get fully out of your system. So I was like, what's with the new look with the natural hair regrowth special effect? I wish this was a special effect. I wish I could just keep it here, like this, like my calic would just be a highlight. I kind of don't mind it. I think I'm actually like, this actually don't look so horrible. I think as it starts to grow out, now I got to get used to, as it grows out, the whole front being white. It's going to be a lot. And the dark is really coming in. Look, you can really tell. That's a lot. Look. I don't know. Okay, the next one, very Jay Leno. Arizona. I like the natural hair. I vote we ban photo filters. Don't you have a friend, Javon? I do. Andrew, you're very good because there's not a lot of Javons in the universe. You'll be like Rogue from X-Men. Is he hot? Is it a man? What's happening? I finally got a comment on my gray hair yesterday. Carol, it's called silver. After having each of my baby's dinners gave me the best graham crackers and apple juice ever. Isn't it funny? I was just going to say that. It probably wasn't even a good cookie, but I was so hungry. I was like, yeah. But the whole time out of my mouth, I was like, I don't want that cookie. And I shoved it in my mouth. Oh, she's a she. Rogue's a she. Okay. I didn't look at any Mazdas. No. I just keep looking online. I looked on CarMax. I looked on Carvana. I looked on Auto Lenders. I looked on Cars.com. I looked everywhere. And guess what? They're not getting cheaper. I just keep thinking, I just need it. To get the car one, I just needed another year. I just needed one more year. I'm afraid to go silver. We're all afraid, Angie. But I was basically Cookie Monster. I should have just gone, nom, 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 nom. That's the only way it would have made it better. If I was high as a kite, coming out, saying, I don't want this cookie. Nom, 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 nom. That's how I'm going to eat cookies from now on. Just so you know. Uncle John is not saying anything good. It's dead. The car's dead. Car's not coming back. So I was trying to get it to run because I can get more money for it, but I haven't done any test drives because my mom wouldn't take me when I was going to start my prep and then go look at cars. She was like, you can't go looking at cars when you start colonoscopy prep. I said, well, here's what I'm thinking. If I have an accident in the car, the value of the car goes down and then I can afford it. It's actually what we call a win-win. So I could not buy a car I didn't sit in first. I have thought about it. I think num, num, num every time I eat a cookie. Num, 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 num. You poop in it, you bought it. That is oddly probably a slogan somewhere. Phil saw no shadow. Oh, that's right. It's Puxatani Day, Groundhog Day. Oh, man. I want to be in Puxatani at least one time for Groundhog Day. Does anybody else have that on their list? I kind of want to be there. And now on my list is I kind of want to be at Stonehenge on the summer solstice. Did you guys know that's a thing? On the day of the summer solstice. It's like, what was the movie? Maybe it was it was the movie with Independence Day. Independence Day, where they're all on the roof and they're all looking up waiting for the aliens. Isn't that the scene? Anyway, it's like that at Stonehenge on the summer solstice, and it's just filled with people waiting for the aliens to come. I'd like to be there for that. Have you heard PETA is trying to cancel Groundhog Day? What do they think that he has got to do? Aren't they just holding it up and seeing if he comes, go in the hole? Is he coming out of the hole? That's what she said. Stop. One of my besties went to Puxatawny a few years ago. It's quite an ordeal to get there. The groundhog isn't as close to the town as the movie makes it seem. It's not in the middle. It's not right there. I found my own shadow. Here goes in 6 more weeks of being a hot mess. Marsha, I hear you. Basically tinfoil hats. And there's a live stream at Stonehenge that you can watch. I just found this out this year. There's a live stream where you can watch all the people at Stonehenge, I think all day. I don't know what they do. Arizona. So it was the whole thing yesterday, and I listened and didn't drive a car and didn't do anything and tried not to make any big decisions. She said to me too, she's like, you're not going to work, right? And I said, I don't really work. And she said, well, you can't drive. You're not supposed to work. You're supposed to go home and relax. And I said, okay, I'll try. She goes, and if you were to buy a car or a house and you sign documents, that you would not be held to them in a court of law. And it was a very interesting fun fact. I go, what? Yep. She goes, yep. If you signed any papers today, you would be able to get out of it because you were not of sound mind. I was like, I am going to lock in a lot of contracts the day I get a colonoscopy. The groundhogs they use are like the royal family. It's a direct descendant of the original groundhog. What? Today is Bonanza Botler Day. It's a national holiday my friend created when the day and the month are the same. You and your friends just Bonza Botler. 0202. 0303. 0404. This happens often. I moved from Vegas to Missouri. In the winter, we had some weird animal, which we thought was a small dog, but it was a groundhog. Never knew they were so big. Didn't they have you sign papers just before you went under? Yeah, that was before I was high as a kite. I guess the time matters. Also, for my fellow Canadians, the McRib is back. The only item on the menu I love every 10 years. I would never eat that. Has anyone never had a McRib? Because it sounds gross. And it's not real. As soon as I saw it and it looked like it was all meat, but it looks like it has a rib in it, I'm out. Meat doesn't look like that. Ribs don't look like it. Laura's like, it's so good. Never had one. Never had. Look, I'm not the only one. So good. Look, the people that have it, love it. Never and wouldn't. Never have I. Never will. Shaped like ribs. Barb, that's what I said. I won't even eat McDonald's. I haven't eaten McDonald's in forever. My husband and son love them. I can't eat them anymore. I love the McRib. Has anybody ever tried it and hated it? Because I feel like there's got to be very few. I feel like you're either like, I'm going to eat this and I love it, or they don't, you don't even, that's what I mean. I'm not even interested. Has anybody tried it and hate it? Never had it. Never had it. Eat a McRib. You'll definitely need a colonoscopy after. I'm not a fan of real ribs, so definitely fake ones are out. Yeah. Colonoscopy on a wedding day. Line it up. I went as far as tasting the McRib sauce. Tried it on a bet. Nasty. I saw a documentary on the making of the McRib. They'll make a documentary about anything. I did not finish the one I tried. Yeah. Never had a Shamrock Shake. Okay, Laura, now you're talking crazy. Okay, it's a rite of passage. A green milkshake from a machine. Come on. Yeah. You're lying, Arizona. They don't have a McRib shake. You're lying. Please tell me you're lying. You don't need colon prep. Just eat a McRib. Now, a fish sandwich. I used to love the filet of fish. I don't know that I can accurately describe as a kid how much I loved the fish sandwich. I don't think I could. I could eat two. And I could stack them. I love it. McRib is disgusting. Shamrock Shake is delicious. It's the sauce, Lucy. I don't know what it is. I was addicted to the fish sandwich as a kid. Yeah, because you can have your Catholic Friday lunch at McDonald's during Lent. We used to get it a lot. The fish sandwich. The filet of fish. Oh man, I don't even know how to recreate it. Like sometimes it's been nice to like take foods that are filled with gluten and then make them at home. Like I told you, I figured out how to make the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. Girl. Alejandra, I'm telling you, when you're a kid and you're Catholic and you're starving and it's filet of fish Friday, nothing better. Is the best during Lent. Never had a filet of fish. Oh, kids. Listen, here's the thing. I feel like that there's a time frame. Like when I was younger, I was allergic to shellfish, so I never had it. And now when I eat it, I think it's weird. There's nothing about. There's no memory attached to it, so it just tastes like rubber to me. I don't know. It's weird, but that's how I feel. Because I feel like if you were to taste a filet of fish now, you wouldn't have the desperation of a Friday in Lent as a child and your mom never letting you eat out, like looming over you. Like part of it you might like taste it now for what it actually tastes like, not what it meant to your soul. You coming to work? It's like, yeah, I just had a drink. What's the reason for no meat on Friday for Catholics? It's about fasting. I'm sure there's a deeper meaning in the Bible, but we don't eat meat. Although they said, so my great-grandfather was a butcher. And they said a lot of Italians, a lot of people wanted to encourage people to eat the fishes. So they said, don't eat the meats, eat the fishes to try to get people to go and buy more fish. I don't know. I don't know if you could tell that I'm vamping. These are guesses. You have a very smelly breath. Okay. Yeah, I used to love, somebody just said it. Yeah, what are things that you used to, I like SpaghettiOs, but so good as a kid, now tastes like metal. So what are some foods that you had as a kid that you loved, but if you ate it now, yeah, you can eat meat on Fridays, Moon, but during Lent, no, you're not supposed to. In his honor, it says, since Jesus sacrificed his flesh for us on Good Friday, we refrain from eating flesh meat in his honor. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for writing it down, Amy, but I'm pretty sure I covered that. Beefaroni, lima beans, corned beef hash from a can. What? Love bologna. Can't even think about it now. Yeah. Kraft mac and cheese doesn't taste as good as when my grandma made it for me. Slurpees. Used to love Slurpees. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pierogies boiled and swimming in mushroom gravy. Liverwurst. Never had it. Fried bologna? No. You're I thought I loved caramel sauce and ice cream. Yep, it's a no-go now. I love it now. Deviled ham. What's deviled ham? Oh, pork rolls the best. Frozen hot dogs, SpaghettiOs. Vienna sausages. Oh, somebody just made them the other day and they were eating them. Mostly kids, but some people like it. Tuna, hamburger helper and Spam. What is hamburger helper? Is it just the sauce that goes over the meat? Fried bologna and egg sandwiches after church mass on Sunday. I've never had Spam. Yeah. Ho-hos and ding dongs. I still love them. Although I probably wouldn't eat them. Tiny croquettes. Oh, I used to love chicken croquettes. I worked at a diner. They were like, what do you want? Croquettes. I don't know why. Fresh red snapper, fried. You used to love it. Now you don't. Love when my mom made Finian Hattie. Has any of, no. I don't even know what that is. I hate any Hostess snacks. They taste like candles. I was going to say, I used to love them. I don't know that I would love them anymore. Same difference. Steak, you know. I've never had bologna or SpaghettiOs. Okay, so Carrie wasn't poor. What did you eat then? Because that's what all of us were eating. American cheese squares out of that plastic wrap was so satisfying. Remember when you were little and you're like, oh, my mom got the fancy cheese. And then you grow up and you realize this ain't the fancy cheese. Anybody? Anybody just remember like going to a dinner party and they'd put all these cheeses out? Like what it is? The Brie, the Munster, da 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 da. What's this? Cheese. What? This cheese. Would you like some cheese? Why isn't it individually wrapped? The Brie came in a wrap. You mean like that? Oh. You got any flat cheese? You got the plastic cheese? Exactly. And they're like, we still have the American cheese out of the plastic wrapper. Trying to make camera. I lied. I told her my mom and dad doesn't like to eat this because I didn't like it. She made it anyway. Kraft singles. Spray in a can. Oh, Velveeta. Okay. Velveeta cheese. Right? Suzanne put it in quotes. Okay, let me tell you a funny story. So Diana used to try to help us cook. But she was like you'd start cooking and then she'd come out, you're doing it wrong. And she'd come and she'd push you all the way. So I would try to cook when she wasn't around. So I was going to make grilled cheese. But the only thing we had was real healthy Velveeta cheese. So I think I saw her before put some butter on the bread. So I put some butter, put it in the pan, fried it up, cut up some Velveeta. I was like, oh, make this some flat cheese. Fancy. So I cut it up. I put it in. Then I get another piece of bread, put the butter on it. Here, flip it. Oh, it's melting so nice. It's golden brown. Isn't right? Whole thing looked beautiful. Perfectly grilled. Got my spatula, put it on my plate. I was like, I did this all by myself. And Dinah's like, what'd you do? I was like, don't worry about it. I did it all by myself. And then I go to pick up the sandwich and I go to take a bite. And because it ain't real cheese, the whole thing, all the cheese, because it's Velveeta and it's sauce, just comes out the bottom. And I was holding just 2 pieces of bread. As a kid, I would dip many things. Corn and ketchup, chicken and mayo. I mean, why? I know. You want to make great grilled cheese? Use shredded sharp cheddar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cheese was with crackers. It was a grease sandwich. Is exactly what it was. But I was like, I'm gonna show her. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie. I used to love ramen noodles, and I still love ramen noodles, and I would eat them if they were gluten free. I would eat all of them all the time, and my blood pressure would be through the roof, and I would do it. I still dip corn in ketchup. What? What? What do you mean dip? Like a kernel? What? What? How are you gonna dip on the cob? What are you saying? Does anybody know what that means? What? And then my mom used to make grilled cheese, then put jelly on it. Okay. I hope your mom's in jail. I ate mustard sandwiches. I ate sardine sandwiches. Popcorn with ketchup is good. What? Used to put ketchup on mac and cheese. What is going on? What is happening? You guys are saying a lot of weird stuff. What's the weirdest sandwich or food that your mom used to like make you? Di used to give me sardine sandwiches, and she somehow convinced me it was great for me. Mm-hmm. My daughter watched Bluey, and now her favorite thing is cheese and jam toast. Yeah, I tried some gluten-free ramen. It wasn't quite the same. Now I do like rice noodles. I'll put ketchup on eggs. That's normal. The ketchup people are all murderers. Are you people high? I like peanut butter and cheese puff sandwich. Peanut butter and mayo. Toast with cottage cheese and cinnamon. Blech. I used to love a turkey TV dinner all smashed into a thermos for lunch. So good all mashed together. I bet as a kid that probably is good. Put a thin layer of mayo on the outside of the grilled cheese instead of butter. It makes it more crispy. Oh, Marlene, that sounds good. Yeah, we had the government cheese. Yeah, fried potato sandwich. I would do that. Anything. Are you all pregnant? Yeah, these sandwiches just got weirder. Ham and pickle sandwich with mustard. That sounds fine. My mother eats mac and cheese can with beets. Stop it. This is so weird. I know. I don't dip a corn on the cob in ketchup, but if I take the kernels on my spoon and dip it in the ketchup, weird. I know, but delicious. No, let's just stop it weird, Ann. And you're Italian. Salucci doing this with the ketchup. My mom used to eat a raw onion sandwich. Although there's a guy that made a hamburger on the internet, and he just got an onion, thick onion, and sauteed it on a grill, and that became the bun. I'm not gonna lie, it looked real good. I'm obsessed with corn on the cob. Who says that? Who's obsessed? In my whole life, Carrie, I've never heard anybody say, I'm obsessed with corn on the cob. It's a weird sentence. That's like Diana and eggplant. She always got to talk about eggplant. I had gotten home, put my jams on, I turned the fireplace on, I got out the eggplant. And that's a weird sentence. I can't think of one weird thing. My nanny loved Guilford, not sure how to say. Gefilte fish, you mean? Oh, yeah, it's gefilte fish. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's gross. Corn on the cob is yummy. God, you're so weird. I'm opposed to sweet corn on the cob. There's a lot of corn on the cob people. There's some really good corn on the cob. I love Mexican street corn. Potato chips on bologna. I used to love, if you take like like a turkey sandwich. Stay with me. Take the top off. Pile on potato chips. Take the bun. Smush it down. Eat sugar sandwiches. He used to eat sugar. What's a sugar sandwich? Chips on it. I'm so hungry right now. I'm starving. I was going to make the kids go out and get me some Chipotle yesterday because I was so hungry. But I had some leftovers instead. I can't even bring myself to buy bologna. No, you shouldn't. I got sick from watermelon and combos as a kid. Never eat them again. Watermelon? Sugar and butter sandwich? Okay. I will chase the elotero to get some corn in a cup with all the... What's that? What's an elotero? Oh my gosh. For anyone doing Duolingo, let's talk about something. There is a series on Netflix called Griselda with, what's her name? And it is fantastico. And I have to say that I'm using it as part of my, did I pronounce it right? What does it mean? I'm using it as a tutorial for my Spanish. Mujeres. I hear that word. Sofia Vergara. And she's so good. And I'm picking up words. I can't find the time to watch Griselda. You can't find. Elote is corn in Spanish. Elotera is the person that sells Mexican corn in a cup or on the cup. You got a name for that guy? He got a name? Elotera. Because we have an ice cream man, but we just call him Ice Cream Man. Like it has the word man in it. That is crazy. Elotera. I'm going to find an elotera. She kind of looks like herself, but it's very funny. Do you know how to say Cusamel? It's pronounced in Italian. It's from Sicily, and this is from YouTube videos. I don't know. Cusamelon? I don't know. Lard sandwiches. I don't think. Paleotera is the ice cream man. Paletero? You think she looks totally different? I don't think she looks that different. Maíz. Drives around, but he sells the corn. I live in a Spanish neighborhood. We have a guy with an ice cream truck that drives around, but he also sells corn. He has ice cream and corn. That's hilarious. I started watching Griselda and fell asleep. Oh, you didn't get to the good part. Pelitero is the ice cream cart. Elotero is corn. Pelitero is ice cream cart. Right now I'm learning back, espalda, cuello, neck. I just learned washing machine and stove, which camera? Espera. Paletero. It's hard to learn Spanish just based on Alejandra's phonetics. Paleta, paletero. I need to take this Spanish tutorial. Not sure I will pick up the Spanish. So I worked in a preschool in a Spanish-speaking community for 19 and never picked up the language. For 19 years or 19 days, Tracy? Should have picked up something. Like baño. They said Banyo. The kid needed to go to the bathroom. I said, he said Banyo. And there's no one in the room with me. So every time they say something in Spanish, I'm like, Mujeres. Nobody's here. It's just me and the dogs. I just keep yelling Spanish words at the kids. 19 years. All right, Trace, join the Duolingo. If you do join Duolingo and you want to find us, you can find me at One Funny Mother, I think. But make your name like Tracy OFM or OFM Tracy. That's how we identify for the most part. That's how I can see like who's in the group. So, but it's fun. I like it. My hardest word in Spanish is Spanish for puzzle. Never get it right, but I never use it. Well, now I haven't seen puzzle. How do you say puzzle in Spanish? There are some words that I just get right away, and other words I can see it a million times. No idea what that means. A lot of the verbs. Donna, try Duolingo. They have a free version, has some ads on it, or you can do the paid version. And then there's like Duolingo Max. I don't pay for that one. But I have it for the family, the kids and I. Puzzle is rompecabezas. Okay. Let's try again. Cabezas. Rompecabezas. It's long. Am I saying cabezas? Cabezas? My favorite is la características. Rompecabezas. Cabezas. Like breaking your head. Rampa de cabeza. Cabeza is head. Oh, like breaking your head, like this puzzle's so hard. It translates to head breaker. Rompecabezas. Am I saying rump right? ROMPE. Rump. Cabezas is right? It's so interesting. Anyway, so who's got great plans this weekend? Anybody? Rompecabezas. Rompe. We were stationed in Germany for 8 years. I can count to 10. That's it. I'm Polish, and I've even tried to teach myself, but my gosh, the spelling doesn't even make sense. Yeah. Big gala this weekend. I know. Exactly. Lots of rain. Tax appointments today. Oh, the fun we're going to have. My husband and I are getting our first cat. Why? I'm only kidding. That sounds lovely. Like a baby cat, like a kitten. We rented a house with 4 other friend families to take our kids skiing for the first time. That sounds like someone's going to break something. That'll be fun. Listen to me, just trashing all of your plans. It actually sounds fun. Just had company all week, so going to veg, knit, and cuddle dogs all weekend. What's up with the tiny glass? Jean, I was drinking so much fluid to get through the whole thing that I just did. And I certainly can't drink lemonade. So I'm just back to water. I ruined it. I should not have chosen the lemon flavor for the Miralax because it actually, the smell of lemon makes me want to throw up now. So I'm going to just drink water, which is disgusting. Vegas with my ex. Melissa, you got something you want to explain to the class? Melissa? Out of all the people who have plans this weekend, everybody started typing in, oh, here are my plans for this weekend. Wait, what's Melissa doing? What? Brenda is in Vegas also. Now, Brenda, are you there with your ex? Like Melissa is? Because it's weird. Melissa, we'll wait. I'm going to go see the Golden Girls shows that my son directs and owns the production company. Marlene, that's exciting. Brenda. Yeah, tell us more, Melissa. I haven't had, wait, which Melissa was it? I know there's try limes. I'll try limes. Yeah, I don't know. Melissa disappeared. Melissa's like, you know what? I had a thing to do. X is best, said Jill. Okay, all right. What? I might rent a hotel room, drive to Minneapolis to meet with my husband's ex-wife. What is happening? Nancy's still talking about lemon juice. Listen to me. Is Melissa the new Michelle? Maybe. No worries. He's like my big brother. I'm an only child. Okay, Melissa. Oh, Heather says we're best friends. That's nice. My ex and I often hook up. The nest. I don't know what that means, Rhonda. This is like a telenovela all of a sudden. What happened? Yeah, left turn. I don't know. Yeah, whatever you say, Melissa. Marla said XX, rather poke my eyes out with a hot poker. Yeah. I went on vacation last month with an ex-boyfriend from 20 years ago. You did, Stephanie? What? Tell me. What? Yeah, spill the tea. The Nest, is that a dirty hotel? There's a lot happening in the chat all of a sudden. I say, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to go take the kids skiing. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have sex with my ex-husband. What? I had my husband ex-wife over for dinner before. Oh, the best, not the nest. We didn't understand what that meant, Rhonda. So, Rhonda, how long you been an ex with him for? And how long you been just hanging out, Melissa style? My ex and his wife stay at my house for holidays and Christmas. We will definitely have different rooms. Okay, Melissa. Why? He's your bestie. It's weird. Hence the X, Tammy. I don't know. Rhonda's got some. Melissa, maybe you need to take some pointers from Rhonda over there. There's a lot of arrangements. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. People got a lot of different. I've heard people like separate, never actually divorce on paper, and they just, yep. And it works. In the middle of this show, husband's ex-wife stays for the holidays. The kids love it. That's nice. That's always nice to hear. I know. I can't wait. Listen, Melissa, just make sure you're here on Monday. We're just going to want to do what we'll call the Melissa report. And just see how it went. And maybe we need to have a Rhonda report. We have been apart 5 years and have cuddles when we want a booty call. Rhonda, I love how you're so matter of fact about it. And the Melissa report is such that you're just in a different place than her. And I appreciate that about you. My second ex-husband was one of my best friends. We just couldn't live together. Melissa's like, oh, I'm fine, you guys. Absolutely no connecting rooms. Okay. Crystal, I'm glad. Yep. Well, let's see what the Melissa report. Melissa, do me a favor. Please shoot an intro video this weekend with you and your platonic ex-boyfriend who will be laying next to you. And I would like that to be the intro on Monday. Can you guys do that? Maybe? You guys will have a lot of time left over if you're platonicking the whole weekend. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to do that. Just send it in. Or this anytime next week. By the way, we're running out of intros. So get on it. Everybody shoot an intro. I can't, yeah. I didn't divorce my husband. I've been separated since 2017. All he put me through, I'm getting his Social Security. Oh, there you go. I think we are both free this Saturday. Then we go back to our separate lives. And Melissa was like, absolutely. Oh, I can't wait. Now, Melissa, shoot some together and then just have him shoot his own and just be like, hi, I'm Melissa's ex. And Melissa has no idea what my ulterior motives are. Now, he's not going to say that. I took a trip with my ex from Jacksonville to Tennessee. I said one room had to have 2 separate beds in it to make sure upon arrival it had one bed in there, lined up with pillows between us, said, don't cross the line, dude. Look at all these hussies in here. Hussies on the loose. Hussies on the loose this weekend. Where's my sweatshirt? Oh, it's such a good sweatshirt. Hussies on the loose. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, you do you, ladies and fellas. Carrie, I'll be waiting to hear from your brother, see where that goes. But I feel rejuvenated for the weekend. I don't know about everybody else. I'm feeling great about this. What we're all doing, just living life. Just doing it. Just get out there. Look, a lot of people are diving into. Did you know if you were married 10 years, you are eligible for your ex's Social Security, even if you're remarried? I love what's happening in the chat. Continue this. I'm texting him a script when we are done here. Good. Are you texting him the script I sent? Living vicariously, said Karen House. 22 years. Oh, Melissa. Yeah. Everybody doing something this weekend, Tanya. There's a lot of platonicking happening this weekend. All right. Yeah, and I thought sleeping in on Sunday was pretty awesome. It was one line, Carrie. Stephanie sent it. She sent one line too that he had to read. That's it. It is one line. I mean, he could do an intro too, but I just need this. I'm to say this one line. The weekend plans seem to have picked up. Married 55 years, separated 27. Peggy, how old are you? What does that mean? Yeah. Hey, you have to be like 110. I don't think your math is right. What? You mean you left 27 years ago, but you were married the whole time? I just need. Hold on. Okay, I got you. You mean that you weren't. I get it. You just didn't divorce. Yeah, that math. I'm not good at math, Peggy. So that was on me. That was just the way I read it. Hey, Grumpy Jeff, we're talking about sex with your ex, and you're actually late, and you missed all the good parts. Wait, Peggy said still married, but not together. You're not doing a Melissa this weekend. Or let me put it this way, Peggy. Are you a Melissa who's in denial, or are you a Rhonda who's just living it up? I'm not sure why I did that, but that's how I imagine Rhonda is going to spend Saturday. My heart is beating, and I wish nothing. No, seeing someone else, said Peggy, do you, Peggy, and whoever else you want to do. You hashtag Peggy, hashtag goals, hashtag Rhonda and Peggy goals, hashtag Melissa's in denial. Listen to Susie. You couldn't pay me to have relations with my 3 exes. Susie, I feel like that's a story for Monday. You have 3 exes? I feel like there's some ladies in here we could just do a full tutorial on. They're like, tired of being married? Get another one. Does she mean at the same time? I think she does. Yeah, doing their thing. I love it. The idea of hooking up with my ex makes you want to puke, but collecting his Social Security, I can get down with that. Okay, yeah. Hey, it's your bedtime. Peggy, you are in prime. I don't know if you know this, but the latest pickup line for men of a certain age is, hey, what's your bedtime? I feel like I crashed the wrong party. Did you, Jeff? Or is it the right party at the wrong time? All right, that's it. We got to go. Some of us have to pretend to work. But I hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Like Judy from Saskatoon says, do something nice for yourself or others today, this weekend, or for your exes. I'm looking at you, Melissa. We're going to hear from Melissa on Monday, the Melissa wrap-up report. I'm sure Rhonda will be too tired to give a report. And that's it. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and a blessed day. I'm sure I have lots of stories. It's a pretty busy weekend. Sunday, we're back-to-back with Voila. We just did the sweet and sour chicken. Coming up this Sunday, we're doing Bananas Foster, and I'm positive we're going to set the house on fire. So if you'd like to become a supporter, join us for this Sunday. And pay attention on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week for some exciting news. So that's it. A lot of things happening, getting in motion. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day and blessed day, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One